Hey guys, welcome to day 18 of 100 Days of Making Comics. And I really don't have much to show. Last night, as I was saying, I was going to start outlining again and try to get to page 6, but I only got to page 5 last night. And I was trying to end it like the page, so you want to turn the page to get to page 6. Then what I went back to do today is, and it's not even anything that would even interest anybody, but you can see these like little boxes here. These are next to the pages that I have blocked out here, and then kind of how I want the panels on here. Not quite thumbnailing, but it was something that I was rereading it this afternoon, and then I would go back and do these little boxes to kind of see how it was flowing, and if I needed to add more boxes or take away a box, edit, or something like that. Now, this is not in any way, shape, or form how I thumbnail at all, but it was giving me an idea of page layout. So for tomorrow, I think I'm going to go ahead and start just outlining the pages a little bit more just to kind of get an idea before I get too far away. I know I said I didn't want to do it because I'm afraid it was going to take over, but I don't want to get, I don't know. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to try to explain what I'm going to do, but yeah, so I started doing this afternoon. Now, it's only 6:30 here, so I've got all night. I'm going to go ahead and continue outlining tonight and try to get at least right now she's in her apartment. So I'm going to try to keep outlining until I can get her out of her apartment and into the mall, and then we'll see. And then tomorrow I'm hoping that I can go ahead and thumbnail the pages that I have while she's in her apartment. That's my goal for day 18. So, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like a lot, but after you keep rereading it and you kind of visualize it in your head, these little blocks kind of do mean a lot. They kind of really do mean a lot. They don't look like they do, but to me they mean quite a bit on because this is going to help me now break down the drawing because I'll know how it is and kind of the spacing. Now it might change, again, not written in stone, but I think it'll help me a little bit. And so that's it. That's what I've been doing today as far as my comic books go. Now at work today, oh my gosh, I don't even know where my little dibble paper is, but you'll remember a couple videos back where I was showing you guys the sketch dolls, and I was thinking about maybe making sketch dolls. Well, I came up with an idea today that I don't know if it'll work, but then again, remember we're in the year of Tammy, so do everything that's against your instinct and you'll probably be all right. But I'm thinking about taking a piece of fabric that would be an 8.5 by 11, and on the sides like this, put grommets in that fabric, and then we'll paint the fabric. We'll have like the backside is painted, or I'm even considering going to Spoonflower for this and having like something printed, on both sides, or one side at least, and then paint the other side. And then take the dolls and then attach them to this fabric with the grommets here, and then you could remove the doll, but it will still look like she's part of this page. And that's kind of the idea that I'm having for sketch dolls. And I was thinking about doing one a month, and it will be like themed, of course, for that month. And you would be able to collect them. Now, they're not going to be, like that big. They might be like flat, kind of like flat Stanley dolls, if you're familiar with flat Stanley. But kind of like that, so that you can collect these dolls, but they're actual sketches that I've done and painted or whatever, however I'm going to do it. But I really want to keep them kind of really sketchy. And then with the grommet holes in there, you would get a binder, and then you could collect all of your sketch dolls in a binder. I don't know. What do you think? I thought that was a pretty interesting idea, and I'm trying not to take away from this to start on that idea because that's how I operate. I have this and then I'll have another idea come in my head. I'm like, well, let me work on that. So I'm trying not to. I'm trying to keep that on the back burner, fleshing it out, if you will. And yeah, so I don't know. But what do you think about that idea? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. And then yesterday, I was, continuing to go through my journals and stuff just to kind of refresh. And I ran across some of these things right here. These things were like little free giveaways when I went to convention. I would make like little books, like little zines, really. And this is what they were. I'm sorry, I'm trying to handhold this, but they were like little zines that I would put together and people could have them. And with them would be like little excerpts from the comic books I did and stuff like that. But yeah, I found this. Now, this one right here was my favorite. And I don't know if you guys are into like industrial music or anything like that, but this one right here is completely the band Scold. I think the lead singer's name is Tim Scold. If you like Nine Inch Nails, you have probably heard of Tim Scold before. But anyway, this is their song "I'll Do Anything," and I love this so much. I think I'm going to put this on Patreon so you guys can read it. But it's completely all done in ballpoint pen, and yeah, so there you go. And that little doll is Allison. She appears in Sugar and Spite. I actually have this doll made. I have to dig her out of the closet or something. I think she's actually in the basement. But yeah, you can see here if you follow along. If you know the song, Google it. I'm singing in my head. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's just 3 pages. 3 pages of this basically narrated song that I did. So, but I don't want to give it away. But yeah, if you're curious about that, I'll have that on Patreon tomorrow. I think I'm going to scan that in and get that on Patreon if you want to read it. And in the meantime, you can Google Scold, I'll Do Anything, and listen to the song, and you'll get an understanding of what that is about. I love that song, and this is what I thought of when I heard it. So, all right, that's about it. Day 18 in the bag. Again, I keep saying, hopefully I'll have some more like art related to this comic book to show you guys soon. It is what it is. I'm working tomorrow 2 to 10, so by the time I get up, because I'll usually sleep in on Saturday, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do that, but I will do what I can do. And then I'm off on Sunday, so that's a good day, and then we start our work week back up, and I think, oh my goodness sakes, 3 or 4 days next week I have to work both jobs, so it's just draining. It's so draining on me, and it takes away from what I want to do. And I know everybody who does art who has to work a job, I know that they know what I mean. So, and gosh, it's just it's just so much. So, okay, that is it for tonight. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow on day 19.